To the southern part of Africa, we tell you that South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced that his African National Congress Party will seek to form a government of national unity after failing to secure an outright majority in last week's general election. Following hours of deliberation, President Ramaphosa stated that the ANC leadership has decided to join forces with a broad coalition of opposition parties spanning from the far right to the hard left. The ANC garnered 40% of the vote, marking its lowest score ever and the first time since the advent of the democratic dispensation in 1994 that it requires support from other groups to stay in power. President Ramaphosa noted that ANC negotiators have already initiated talks with several parties, including the leftist Economic Freedom Fighters, the Zulu Nationalist Inkatha Freedom Party, and the center-right Democratic Alliance, including the Anti-Immigrant Patriotic Alliance. News Central's correspondent in South Africa, Bongani Siziba, tells us more.
The National Executive Committee of the ANC gathered for an emergency meeting to deliberate on the way forward after the elections. The party has lost its majority for the first time in 30 years, and the country waits with bated breath to see what their decision will be. However, while these discussions were going on inside, some members of the ruling party ANC were already protesting that any marriage with the Democratic Alliance will take back all the democratic gains the country has enjoyed in the past 30 years. After a long wait and all-day deliberations, NEC's decision came in at midnight, and it was that clear that the ANC has been thinking carefully about the best way forward.
The National Executive Committee has agreed to seek agreement amongst parties on the formation of the Government of National Unity. This NEC has therefore mandated our negotiating task team to proceed to engage with parties on this proposal of a GNU.
President Ramaphosa says the Government of Unity is the only solution to a better South Africa for now. He further outlined the key priorities that will form the Government of National Unity.
The principles we will collaborate with other parties are based on advancing the building of a united, democratic, non-racial, non-sexist, and prosperous nation. We further said that any such agreement of working with others must be based on a common minimum program that focuses on measurable targets for economic growth and inclusion, on service delivery and development. All parties must commit to shared values, nation building, and social cohesion.
Some opposition parties have already slammed the idea of Government of National Unity. They say that it would undermine the democratic process and give too much power to one party.
Mandela. We don't do Government of National Unity. We don't want it. So we want coalition. Don't want Government of National Unity. We will end up with wrong people.
But there are those who welcome the decision.
That the ANC can't do it alone. South Africans are called upon us to do it together. And now anyone who believes in the values and the principles of building that nation must come join hands to build the government of the ANC.
So, what happens next?
The Government of National Unity is meant to bring South Africans together irregardless of their differences and rebuild South Africa. At the Beachwood Hotel in Boksburg, for News Central, Bongani Siziba.